Alright, it is that time of the year again. Welcome back to FatherXGames vlog. Epic title card. Hope it was very epic. As you saw by the title, we are on our way back to Universal Studios Orlando. But this time, it's not just any Universal vlog. Epic Universe opens in like a month or something. So hopefully I can try to find somebody to talk to for some kind of early content for you guys. Otherwise, it's gonna be a big whole vlog of nothing. And I don't want that. I want to give you guys content. So with that, yeah. Hope you guys go on to enjoy the video. Hit the like button and subscribe below if you have not done that already. This many of y'all haven't done that yet. Please go do fix that down below. Doesn't cost you guys anything more, and it helps the channel out. So without further ado, let's get... We gotta drive to the airport, so we're gonna do that. We made it. Yeah, I don't know. I chose not to I chose not to video myself if I go through security because I don't know, there's no real purpose to. Breakfast was epic. Just had some lunch at Dunkin' Donuts. It is what it is. We are through the thing on our way to Universal.
Exits are clearly marked with signs.
We have landed in Orlando. The visual representation of what I get after thinking. Yeah, I'm in full mood for some Universal now. So we just got off the bus. So Universal now has something kind of similar to Disney's Magical Express called the Superstar Express. At least the bus that we were on was a chartered Mears shuttle, or a chartered Mears bus. I'm not sure if all of them are going to be like that or if it was just the one we were on, but I think it's honestly a pretty great concept, assuming Universal can do it good and can do it better than Disney. And also, I have heard some rumors that apparently Disney is bringing back Magical Express as a paid option because of Epic Universe opening. Now, if that does go through, I think it's a little bit of a stupid decision to just bring it back for free, considering it was a free option at one point. But I think it coming back, along with the dining plan, came back a while ago. I think Disney might be taking steps in the right direction. They certainly haven't earned my money back, but they could earn a lot of people back with Magical Express. But that's just my thoughts. And with that, we have made it to Universal Studios Florida. As always, the bounty list of YouTubers to find is as follows. Hopefully we meet one or two of them, but if we don't, it's not really the end of the world. Made it into the park. So I think to start off with, we're gonna go on VillainCon Minion Blast, because the last vlog I put out, shame on you if you didn't watch it, the last one we put out, FatherXGames actually didn't get to see basically this whole portion of the park. The last time he was here with us in 2022, this whole part of the park didn't exist. It was still Monster. So yeah, we're gonna take him on this, and we're gonna hopefully get his thoughts after the conclusion of the ride. I will say this though, as somebody who lives primarily in Jersey, the hardest thing by far for me to get used to down here is not surprisingly the heat, it's the humidity. Brace yourself, things are gonna get a little technical here. So you have the degrees, right? That's just degrees. But then you also have humidity, so like how much moisture there is in the air. Up in Jersey, there's actually not that much humidity. Like for example, like maybe it's 80 degrees in Jersey. So we're gonna go back to Fast Food Boulevard, probably get something from Krusty's a little bit later. But yeah, I'm gonna just dive in the Quickie Mart real quick because I'm dying and I need shade. And I want to see if they have anything new. Fast Food Boulevard for lunch. Krusty Burger, curly fries, and then milkshake because it's very, very hot outside. I don't know if y'all remember me saying anything about not doing well in the humidity. Well, I clearly am not. So I didn't film a whole lot because the humidity was literally murdering me from the inside out. So I ended up refilling my like Universal mug. I put some Gatorade in it, so I'll be fine. I will live. I am just a little bit crabby right now, so I'm gonna head back to the hotel. Gonna go to pool and like cool off because holy hell, it feels like a motherfucking sauna up in here. Also, like it might be bad now, but I'm sure like once the sun goes down, I'm sure the humidity is going to go down like by like a billion. So I guess while we're in here, we could do a little bit of a room tour. That's the entrance, closet, the universal standard waters and coffee, sink, hello, bathroom, pretty standard, and then bed. Actually, let's go see what the view is like. What kind of view do we get? A kind of boat view. I think the last time we stayed, we were over there somewhere. Somewhere over there. Because we had a direct line of sight to the boat. That's pretty neat. And then desk, TV, the whole nine. That's basically it. And so, after cooling off, I come back, I'm on my way back to City Walk, and I'm meeting up with brother and FatherXGames, and we're going to NBC Bar and Grill for dinner. It'll be epic. Man, honestly, I feel like I could get used to Florida weather, assuming it's like how it is right now, all the time. Like, I don't think the crazy humidity is something I could do, but I could definitely do like warm weather like this. Okay, so this was something I was not expecting. I ordered just ribs, right? I got ribs, a piece of brisket, and some pulled pork. That's got to be like insanely lucky, or I just didn't read the menu and I get all those. Anyway, but yeah, I also got some coleslaw. Probably gonna give that to somebody else. Cornbread and mashed potatoes. Epic. A big time jump. Man, I really got to work on not doing that. Chad, I'm gonna rely on y'all to help me not do that. But essentially, yeah, we just got off Fast and Furious. We just had dinner. We just had dinner too. We went back to the hotel. Got like all our shiz situated and all that. And brother and FatherXGames are going to go ride Gringotts. I'm going to go ride Minions because why the hell not? And yeah, I think after that we're going to ride ET. And then probably I'm going to get some epic clips of fireworks show. Well, not fireworks show, it's more of like a drone show. I'm going to get some epic footage for that, and I think that may be a wrap on day one. Mayhaps. We'll see what happens. And that's just gonna about do it for day one. So as it stands right now, I just refilled my mug on my way back to the hotel because hotel is very epic and I am tired. So with that, I'm going to sign off today and I'll see y'all in the morning.
Day 2.
Good morning. Day 2. I don't know. So, I don't know, I cannot get myself together right now. Father and FatherXGames already went off to breakfast and now I'm on my way to go join them. I had kind of a rough start this morning just because like, yeah, tired, not really used to waking up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't like going to work, at which point like, yeah, that's where we're going. We made it through. Now under normal circumstances, we would go ahead in here and start doing thing, but instead we're gonna go head over to Islands of Adventure over here where Father and FatherXGames are. They're having breakfast over there. So we're gonna go get some stuff done over there and then figure out what we're gonna do later. We're probably also gonna get food while we're there too. So I'm gonna pose a question for you guys down in the comments. What's like your favorite Universal thing here? Could be like food, could be a ride, could be like anything at all. Let me know what your guys' favorite thing is in the comments. Not me trying to farm engagement out of this. We're definitely gonna be back here for dinner later tonight. Boys, we are in Universal's Islands of Adventure. Now the question becomes is where do we go? And the answer to that is a big fat, I have no idea. It looks like the construction walls are down around Poseidon's Fury. Now it's just like a little area there that you can just look at, can't even walk through it. We are in, boys and girls, of course. So probably just gonna do this like rapid fire. Probably just gonna do like boom boom, like Despicable Me, and then that thing or vice versa, depending on how long the waits are. And then yeah, I might do a little bit of like merch hunting. 5 minutes. Okay, so that's basically a walk-on then for me. Epic time skip later. I'm getting really bad at that. I really need to stop going back to time skipping. I need to start filming more. So I made it back to the hotel. Father and FatherXGames are out doing their own thing. It's just way too hot. So pool time. Epic pooling later. I also took a nap in the hotel room. So I'm a little bit out of it right now. But I'm on my way back to City Walk to go get dinner at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Ooh, yay. I don't know. I found a coupon in my bag and I was like, yeah, it might be worth it. So who knows? And then after that, I don't really know what's going on. Father and FatherXGames might be doing their own thing. So if that's the case, then I'm probably gonna go do my own thing. I don't really know, but yeah, let's go do. It might just be me, but I feel like Florida, once it gets down to like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and it's like, it's still warm, it's still like sunny out, but like you don't feel any humidity. I think that is like the perfect weather. Again, it could just be me though. Just wrapped up dinner at Margaritaville, and now I'm on my way back to, oh God, my hair. And so now I'm on my way back to Universal Studios for a couple days. Not a couple days, what the hell am I saying? I'm going back there for a little bit. Oh, and then before I forget, I have some pretty cool, I got something super exciting lined up for tomorrow. So you're gonna wanna wait for that. Don't skip ahead, you monster. Yo, okay, I should low-key do this for a video. Like, let me know if y'all want me to like get some of the dudes together. We should like low-key do one of this for a video. Universal Studios, we are once again inside you. I know exactly what you're thinking. Get your minds out of the gutter. It looks like later on into the night, they close like half of the things. Because I'm guessing no one's really entering the park like this late in the evening. But I'm here, so whatever. And the best part about coming to a park this late is that a lot of the ride times are gonna be super, super low. Especially like a lot of the like big rides that like everybody rides. Like I was looking at the board back there. It said like the Hogwarts Express to Hogsmeade and Gringotts, like those are like the two big ones that everyone rides, at least that I know of. Like they were saying like those ride times are like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Like it's almost kind of like a cheat code to ride all the big rides really, really late in the night. Because that's when everyone's going home. That's when likely nobody is even in here. And you're just way more likely to be able to get on all the big rides that you really want to ride. Except Hagrid's. For whatever reason, Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure seems to just always constantly have a 1 hour or an hour and a half long wait. I have no idea why. If anybody could provide an answer for that, I would love one. So I never understood why they removed the Reese's section from ET. Because I know ET's whole thing was that he likes Reese's. I'm not entirely sure why they removed it. Maybe there was like some licensing agreements or something. I don't know. Not really my wheelhouse to dive into, but it sucks that it happened. You know what's one place I keep walking past but never actually ate at? Here, Mel's Drive-In. I think I might go there for lunch on Saturday. Well, because of the thing on Friday, but we're gonna get to that tomorrow. So yeah, I think I might go there for lunch tomorrow. Who knows? Okay, so we just got off Fast and Furious Supercharged, and I just took, it was like a last night thing. I just took advantage of this single rider line because I'm a single rider. Figured I might as well try to take advantage of it. And it wasn't anything major. It was just, you skip all the pre-shows. That's basically it. Pretty good and gravy when it comes to single rider lines. But I actually wanted to take this time to kind of, for lack of better words, use my platform to rant a little bit. What is the deal with people, mostly at Disney World, abusing or trying to abuse single rider lines? It happens all the time at Disney. Apparently it's actually pretty rampant at Disney. But actually, specifically Fast and Furious, there was one time I saw like 2 or 3 people try to abuse the single rider line, and they all tried to get in the same group. And props to whoever was like sorting ride vehicles, but they not only split the group up, they split the group up on like different buses. So like the same group didn't all ride on the same bus, and it was insanely, honestly, whoever that was, they deserve a cookie and a pretty healthy pay raise, because that is it takes some next level patience and zen to deal with people like that. And I don't know, that's just something I'd never be able to do. Last ride of the night. Let's see if we can do it. This feels like something that Tesla would make. I don't know why, but like, whenever I see the Eliminator X, I just think this is something that Tesla would make. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's like high-key valid or if I'm just bugging. And that is the end of VillainCon Minion Blast. I tried to see if I could get at least a million points, which I've 100% done before. I think my best is like 1.3 mil or something like that. And I got 905K. But with that said, I did everything I came back here to do, and it's 8:45. So the park closes at 9, so I'm probably just gonna go back to the hotel and chillax.
Day 3.
It is day number 3, and finally, the day of the big surprise. So what is this big surprise, you ask? Well, we are going to Universal's Epic Universe. So while yes, it is still open to media and annual pass holders, they've also extended that now to hotel guests, meaning that anyone who stays at a hotel can now go to Epic Universe. It does mean that it's kind of a soft launch now instead of a grand opening, but I'm not one to question it. There it is. Wow, that looks incredible. And there it is, the entrance to Epic Universe. Beyond this gate, find Gardens Green and epic worlds to fill your dreams. Dang. And here it is, Universal's Epic Universe. Yeah, so I was gonna like do a whole thing about like, man guys, like we're finally here at Epic, but like I don't know about you guys, but like I have no words right now. Like no words. Like words can't even describe this. And look, there's Helios Grant way in the back, just chilling. Our first stop, you guessed it, is Super Mario World. Let's take a little bit to explore the around side. You got a Mario fountain over there. And look what the sign says. Here we go. And apparently, all the other portals going into Epic Universe, or to the different universes, have stuff like that as well. And following the superstar, here we go. Through the portal into the Mario world. Whoa. And with that, we exit the portal into the Mario world. By the looks of things, it looks like we're in Peach's castle. Oh, the Babam golden mushroom. And over there's the Goombas from, I believe those are paintings from Mario 64. Someone's gonna have to let me know in the comments. And here it is. Wow. I have no words, just wow. So it looks like over here there's some kind of like time trial-y game of sorts. Way back there, looks like gambling of some kind, some here. And then I'm not entirely sure what the rest of the place has. But I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. I'm sure we're all gonna figure it out and have a great time. Just got off the Yoshi's Adventure ride. So quick thing to note about that is it is a slow ride, but you do have to find like specific eggs that it's kind of just like a fun little game along with it. You have to like look around the ride and find the different Yoshi eggs. I think that's pretty fun. So there has been a new development. The Donkey Kong Coaster ride is currently delayed, and Father and Brother X Games are in too deep to bail out, so they're stuck in the line, which means now I have completely free reign of the park to do whatever I want. Actually, let's fly back this real quick. Okay, I hope everyone had their vibe session because now it's over. Coming out of Donkey Kong Land, let's go poke our heads in the 1UP factory, see what they have. And as expected, they have Mario merch. See if we can find anything cool. We got plushes, wristbands, keychains, Bowser backpack. This actually looks valid. That actually looks kind of cool. So it looks like over here they have some Mario Kart merch, which makes sense because there's like Mario Kart ride out there. That actually looks really cool. I like the like black and white on it. All right, and now we are on our way back to the, I guess like the main area hub, I guess. I don't know what it's called. Celestial Park, that's what we're doing. To go see about any of the other worlds. And also, I have a sneaking suspicion that we may potentially run into some more content creators. If we don't, it is whatever, but this is where I theorize we made it happen. Oh my gosh, guys, look, it's Peach. So it looks like we don't exit the normal way, and instead, it looks like there's like a separate exit thing. I'm following where they take me. Here we are, going through the exit pipe portal thing. I can't lie, this actually looks insanely cool. And there we go, right back out into Epic Universe. Just emptied all my water into my Universal mug because I don't really want to have to carry around 2 bottles of water all day. So here we can get, I'm guessing this is like the center of the park. There's the Constellation Carousel. That looks like it could be good family fun. But you can see if here's a better look at Helios Grand. That is very deserving of the name because holy mother of something. And here's a little piece of Epic Universe lore for you guys. Apparently, this park's been in the works since either 2019 or 2018. One of the two, but they started building it a pretty darn long time ago. Which means that Disney has had all that time to prepare for it, and they did nothing. So Disney, I hate to be that guy, but you might just want to accept the L and move on. I think Universal wins this battle here. But now, I think what it might be time for is we should go get in to see if we can get into a couple more of those portals, because I want to at least, if nothing else, I want to at least walk around and get as best a look at it as I can, given what we can do. But wow, there it is, Helios Grand in all of its glory. Another epic water feature. I wonder if this is just a water feature, or if maybe it's a show later in the night, kind of like Sensational at Studios. And here is the portal to the Dark Universe. It's alive. Yeah, have funny Frankenstein reference. That, here we are in Dark Universe. I wonder if this might make more sense to visit at night. Whoa. Feast your eyes on that castle, dude. That looks sick. I mean, to say nothing about the rest of the land, it all looks very, very insanely cool. I mean, me personally, I'm not much of a like classic Monsters fan, but at least I can appreciate it. And I'm gonna get attacked viciously in the comments for that, but it is what it is. Yeah, come to think of it, I think we're gonna come back here once it gets a little bit darker, just because I think then the ambiance is really gonna make sense for what they're going for here. Not that it isn't already insanely cool on its own, but just, you know, I want to give them the fairest possible chance at everything. And just so you guys know, the portals are the only way in or out of any of these worlds, which I think is insanely dope and adds to the realism of visiting these worlds. So these right over here are the dueling star thingy coasters. And apparently, once it gets later at night, the sides of these roller coasters actually light up. So it looks like they're these like comets streaking through the night sky. Or something like that, I don't really know. Our next stop on this world tour, How to Train Your Dragons. And with that, we have made it to Berk. I'm guessing we're gonna be able to find a lot of Viking stuff in here. I don't know, I'm just making wild guesses here. Of course, this land has no shortage of quick service meals. I'm guessing you have to mobile order from this because they do not have menu signs up there. And they have stations where you can refill your Coke Freestyle cup. And I'm guessing this is the seating area for said quick service restaurant. Okay, that is pretty sweet. It's a toothless meet and greet. So that looks like over there, looks like to be the kiddie show, if you will, of this land or attraction. But you know what? I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, so I may see a very esteemed and dapper gentleman and inquire where I may acquire some food. All right, now it's time to figure out what the deal is with food. Here's the entrance to the Toadstool Cafe. Awesome Toad. So I've currently got a table at Toadstools, and now I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna look around a little bit, and then they have the QR code for me to order on the Universal app, so I'm probably gonna get doing to that relatively soon. So I just got done placing my order. It actually wasn't too hard to do through the Universal app, but I got myself the Fire Flower Spaghetti and Meatballs, and yep, thank you so much. I ordered myself the Fire Flower Spaghetti and Meatballs, and then I got a freestyle cup. I also recharged my refillable mug for the next 2 days because, yeah, I get really thirsty really fast, so I think I might need it. So now let's see how long my food takes to get here. I imagine it won't be that long, but I'm in no rush. And here is the Fire Flower spaghetti and meatballs. I'm not gonna lie, if for what I paid, it's a little bit on the smaller side, but that's not really a huge concern for me. Look at that little adorable fire. That Fire Flower is adorable. And that Fire Flower was either like a bread or a pastry or something. Some kind of wafery something. I don't know, it's good. So I realized I never actually talked about how lunch was. So the pasta was actually pretty good. I will say this though, the marinara sauce did have a slight bit of spice to it. Like still, it had just like the tiniest amount of heat to it. So if you are someone who doesn't really like spicy foods, I'm not gonna say stay away from it. I'm just gonna say like, be prepared when it hits you. Because it definitely hit me and it definitely felt uncomfortable to say the least. But I didn't really see too much of I'm not gonna complain about it. That's not a deal breaker for me. I still think it was good and I'm probably gonna get it again. But with that said, we did also just get off the Mario Kart ride. And I have a few talking points about that. I think that the AR implementation that they did was actually better than I thought it was going to be. You know, I've always been more of a, like, in terms of the VR versus AR contest, I've always been on team VR, because in every experience I've seen, anything with AR, with augmented reality, is just usually hot garbage. But actually, this time, with Mario Kart's implementation of augmented reality, it actually, dare I say, was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil it. I want you guys to, it really is something you need to experience for yourself. But there were a couple portions that I genuinely felt like taken out of this world and put into a Mario race. So that I think is really cool. But you guys need to ride it for yourselves. Because yeah, I really don't have words. Words can't describe how awesome it was. And here we are walking through the final portal, I think at least. This is the portal to Wizarding Paris in, I forget what exactly this is from. So we're just coming out of Harry Potter Town again, and we actually went back in to see the Cirque Arcanu, which is a circus that is run in like the little Wizarding Paris world they have there. I will say that is a pretty good show. I would give that the official glowing recommendation of go watch it. We re-enter Mario Land once again because FatherXGames wants to ride Mario Kart again. I don't blame him. It's a really good ride. This statue of Bowser looks absolutely unreal. Then there's the actual trophy for the cup, and then these along this wall we actually figured out is all the main cups from Mario Kart 8, and I guess by extension Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then if you guys look, there's a bunch of different like little references and Easter eggs. Like that down there, that's a reference to Mario Sunshine. I didn't notice that the first time I rode it. See, this one right here, that's a reference to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the pink sparks. That is just insanely cool. Funny. And with that, our time in Epic Universe has officially come to a close. They are ushering us out of the park. I'm guessing there's going to be some kind of like special event here later tonight, which is understandable why they don't want us to be here. We're not exactly famous people, if you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is. I don't feel like I missed out. I actually think I had a pretty great time. So yeah, we're gonna figure out something to do for dinner. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted. And now, as is customary with just about every Universal vacation, time for the obligatory toothsome milkshake. And with that, day 3 comes to an end. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll come up with something. We'll do something epic. Not really sure what. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. My hair's a mess. See you guys in the morning.
Day 4.
As much as it pains me to say, today is our last day at Universal Studios Florida, which, let's be honest, I didn't really want to happen. I wanted to just stay here in Florida. But as with all good things, they must come to an end. So today, there really is no plan. Father and FatherXGames have already gone on ahead, and they're tackling Islands of Adventure right now. doing any kind of last minute souvenir hunting or snack hunting that we need to do, and I'm probably gonna go do the same over in studios. Might try to get on a couple more last minute rides, but hey, you never know what we're gonna do. And with that, for the last time this trip, we are inside Universal Studios, Florida. So I think what I'm gonna do is, instead of going right to the Minion stuff and then working my way around that way, I'm gonna go the other way because it's usually the road less traveled. Can't believe I haven't said this all trip, but we need to go take a look inside SpongeBob StorePants. What is this, some kind of like knockoff Lego SpongeBob thing? I feel like, hold on, wait, they got the Krusty Krab back here? Hell yeah. I still think Lego did it better than that, but that still begs the question, why did they get rid of them? Lego, bring the SpongeBob sets back, please. 10-minute wait for ET. That's actually not bad at all. I don't know about y'all, but like walking through this woods gives me like Forest Moon of Endor vibes. I don't know, it could just be me. Chad, this was just a thought I had as I was getting off ET, but we should start a petition for them to put a Krusty Krab restaurant near SpongeBob StorePants, right? Because like, I low-key feel like a Krusty Krab restaurant would make perfect sense. Maybe like maybe not replace SpongeBob StorePants with that, but like put it like somewhere in like this general area with something that's like not being used. Chat, who would want that? We got to start a petition in the comments. Bruh, is it bad that it's like almost 10:30 and I'm starting to get hungry? Come to think of it, I might come back and get a lard lad just as we're about to exit the park because, you know, I don't want it to like melt in my backpack all day. So I think I'm gonna pop my head into Diagon Alley later because I want to get myself an ice cream from Floyd and Fortescue's. But not now, of course. And with that, we're gonna keep moving on our great conquest of Universal Studios, Florida. Speaking of which, here's our next stop. So I had quite the experience on the pre-show of Fast and Furious Supercharged. This is actually a really funny story, but my bag got caught on the door, on like the automatic door of the pre-show. So the lid of my Universal cup popped off and all my water spilled out. It's not anything bad. I'm not gonna hold it against anybody because like, it's just like, it almost never happens. So like when it does, you kind of gotta laugh at yourself and just pick your head up and move forward. But yeah, I'm probably gonna see somebody about refilling it because, well, it is like 80 something degrees outside and your boy is not really conditioned for this weather. Opted to go on VillainCon first because Minion Mayhem has a like 60-minute wait. The express line actually looks longer than the standby line, so you gotta pick and choose your battles. Dang, I made top 2. Let's go. Oh my god, I feel bad for that guy under me. I beat him out by like 10,000 points. Oh, that's close. And with that, we are off both Minions and VillainCon. So we are on our way. We're heading over to Diagon Alley to meet up with Brother and FatherXGames, and we might also get ourselves a Florian Fortescue's ice cream because I am dying in this heat. And we have made it to Diagon Alley. And we are back at Minion Cafe for lunch. Awesome. Coming out of Bake My Day, my dad decided to get the Minion Thingamadoodle s'more. There we go. I got it right. I'll let you guys know what his thoughts are. And that concludes our time at Universal Studios. Hopefully it was good. I know I definitely enjoyed it. I legitimately I actually love being in Florida so much. So like, I'm a little bit sad this got to end, but you know what? I'm also kind of ready to go home too. You guys get me. And with that, our epic Universal endeavor comes to a close. If you guys did make it this far, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and everything else. This many of you have not done that yet, so please go do fix that down below. It doesn't cost you anything more and helps the channel out. Without further ado, let's go home. And they also got Mario playing on the screens up here.
I'm going back to see the Phillies back in my hometown. Back to Philadelphia before the sun goes down. Wanna get back there to the ballpark lights. I gotta see the Phillies, what a beautiful sight. Gotta go cheer them on, help them score some runs. We wanna make the Phillies #1. I want you to tell everybody that I'm leaving today. I'm going back to Philadelphia, PA. I'm going home to Philadelphia, back in old PA, to see the greatest team in the USA. Wanna laugh at the fanatic doing his thing. Wanna stand up for the anthem, hear the people sing. I love to shout, it's out of here, that's one they'll never catch. I even love to do the seventh inning stretch. I want to tell everybody that I'm on my way. I'm going back to see the Phillies today. I'm going back to Philadelphia, I'll be living my dream. Back to catch the Phillies, they're my favorite team. You know, I've been to the East, I've been to the West, but Philly has the team that I love the best. I can live without the Yankees and the Dodgers if true. You can keep old Chicago and the Red Sox too. I'm going back to the place where the Phillies play. I'm going back to Philadelphia, PA.
We are back at home. Next order of business is to find the little gamers room. A month later, and I finally get around to filming an outro for the video. But yeah, that concludes Epic Universal / Epic Universe vlog. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I've got some pretty cool projects I have coming up that I think you guys are really gonna like. One of them's already almost done, so it's ready to get put in the oven and cook. So with that, I'm gonna sign this off. And as always, have a day.